Good morning. I'll call this meeting to order. It's the regularly scheduled meeting of the Transportation Public Works Committee, this day, April 19th. I'm Councilmember Reich, and I'll be chairing the committee, and I'm joined by my colleagues, Councilmember Yang, Palmisano, and Gordon. We are quorum and may proceed with today's agenda. We have all items today, all 8 items today are on consent. Any council member can pull them for further consideration if they desire. And I will just note, so I don't forget, that we will have a series of public hearings coming on May 3rd. Big projects, I-35W Transit Access Project, municipal consent, and the Washington Avenue Street Reconstruction Project. So very significant work, and I'm sure there will be some discussion around that. But for today, item 1 is Minneapolis Stormwater Management Program and Annual Report. That's setting the public hearing for June 7th, and to receive public comments regarding that program. Item 2 is the Special Service District 2016 Operating Plan and Budget Amendments, and that's approving the amendments for the 2016 operating of a series of our listed service districts. Item 3 is the Transit Access Project, Public Art, passage of a resolution calling for jurisdictional partners, the Transit Access Project to continue to work together, secure funding for, and implement public art as part of the Transit Access Project. Item 4 is the Mississippi Watershed Management Organization grant for East 24th and Snelling Avenue paving project. And that is for a period from December 31st, 2015 to December 31st, 2016 to support innovative stormwater management system upgrades, included in that paving project. Item 5 is the cooperative agreement with Minnesota Ballpark Authority for pedestrian lighting on 6th Avenue North. That's a really good deal for us, as they will be paying for that enhancement. Item 6 is the 2016 municipal off-street parking rates. That's adopting the 2016 base rates and all the other actions that are listed 1 through 4. Item 7 is the agreement of the Sandy Masters Graffiti Abatement Services for the amount listed and for a 3-year period. And item 8 is a bid for Nicollet Mall Sanitary Sewer Reconstruction Phase 2, and that's accepting the low bid from Minger Construction for that work. Is there any discussion on any items? Councilmember Glidden.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to make a brief comment on, where did it go?
Item 3?
Item number 3, the public art for the Transit Access Project.
Please do.
Thank you. And I just wanted to thank our staff for bringing forward, I think, at least a statement through this resolution of our attempt to continue working with the major stakeholders to the 35W Transit Access Project. There was a lot of process that has led up to where we're at today, and I know we are on the cusp of having a municipal consent vote in this committee in just a few short weeks. There was a large, it's called the PAC, and now I'm forgetting what all that stands for. It's such all these acronyms, but essentially a committee with residents and business owners and other stakeholders that met for years to develop recommendations on the station. And so the reason this is on here is because one of the major recommendations from that process were thoughts on the aesthetics and the opportunity for public art as part of this process. I'll note that we have also had a comment come forward from the Lake Street Council specifically thanking us for this resolution because they were part of the process that led to the recommendations from the PAC that said, we think that this is a signature opportunity for public art in the city. My understanding is that as of today, we do not have a public art component incorporated into this project, which I think is one of the reasons why we're bringing this forward, and it is it's very disappointing. And I think we're going to be challenged to think about how we can incorporate public art into the project. At this point, it's probably going to need to be standalone public art because the opportunity for incorporating public art due to the advancement of where the design is at, I think is essentially gone. The city, I think we even examined our own policies regarding our public art dollars, and as this committee knows and the chair is very aware, we routinely look for opportunities to commit our public art dollars to infrastructure projects around the city and how to maintain those projects. This is a project, however, where it is a MnDOT and Met Council project. the transit station itself, in terms of what are the funding sources that will allow us to build that station. And so as I understand it, and Ms. Hager is here, and I think she can correct me if I'm saying this incorrectly, our policies actually just say you need to have city dollars in the project to be able to commit our public art dollars to the project. So I thought this just needed to be acknowledged, and I do appreciate staff who has been following this process and continuing to look for opportunities for public art with these other major jurisdictions. And I certainly hope, even though we have lost the opportunity for public art to be incorporated into the structure itself, that we might be able to look for some opportunities for public art around the station or around the area where there will be a high quality connection to the greenway or other things of the sort. So thank you for my long comment, but this is a very big project. When this comes forward May 3rd, I think we'll have other things to talk about. And this is an important piece to the community and all the stakeholders that were part of the PAC process and the recommendations that are leading forward to the design for the transit access project.
Well, thank you for that, Councilmember. Any further discussion on that item or any other? With that, then I will move all items as listed on your agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Dissenting nay. That carries, and we have commenced with today's business.